People in today's movie are definitely not going to have an ice day. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, and today we're tackling the cult classic Canadian slasher flick, Curtains.
6 actresses going to the same house to audition for the same part. That sounds like a lot of fun if you like bloodbaths.
Filmed in 1980, but not released until 1983, this one shows that the Canadians could make stalk and kill flicks almost as well as the Americans to the south. Put a group of actresses in an isolated locale, turn loose a masked killer with an axe to grind, and just let the magic happen. But enough about that. Can Curtains kill off the competition and land the lead role while earning a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Today's movie features a bunch of actresses stuck in an isolated mansion for a long weekend, so you know drinks are gonna be had, which makes this week's sponsor perfect. As a longtime powerlifter, I take my workouts very seriously. No matter how dedicated I am, sometimes you need a cheat day of tacos and drinks. The problem is that sometimes those little breaks can turn into weeks of lost training. You ever skipped a workout because of drinks the night before? Don't feel bad. I've done it too, which is why if you're committed to your healthy routine this year, you need Z-Biotics. Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic, invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to drink Z-Biotics before drinking alcohol, then drink responsibly and get a good night's sleep to feel your best tomorrow. The first time I tried Z-Biotics was at a dinner and drinks gathering with friends. I followed the simple instructions and drank the bottle of Z-Biotics before drinking any alcohol. I then proceeded to have a good time. When I woke up the next morning, it felt really great. Every time I have a Z-Biotics before drinking, it really does make a difference the next day. Even after dinner and drinks with friends the night before, I know I'll be able to wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the day. And the heavy weights. Vacations, weddings, birthdays, and reunions, there's so much going on right now. Get the most out of your spring plans by stocking up on Z-Biotics. Follow the link here on the screen or in the description, or scan the QR code to visit the Z-Biotics website. Use my code HORRORGEEK for 15% off your order. You can also sign up for a subscription using my code, so you can stay prepared no matter the time or occasion. Z-Biotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. Thanks again to Z-Biotics for sponsoring today's video. And now, let's get bloody. And we open with a production company logo. Jensen Farley. This would have been cooler if it was a Chris Farley production. A Simcom production? That sounds like some tech company to me. Simcom, creating better lives through AI and cybernetics. Hey, John Vernon gets to be a star for once. You may remember him from Killer Clowns in Outer Space, Dirty Harry, or from a guest spot on like every TV show you loved as a kid in the 80s. Oh, it's Linda Thorson too. She's been in a billion things, but is probably best known for replacing Diana Rigg on the old Avengers TV series. Here's Samantha Eggar, who most horror fans will know for her work in David Cronenberg's The Brood. Oh, it's a title card. Not too shabby this week. Curtains. That sounds like more of an HGTV home redecorating show than a horror flick. Do you think the casting director called up the stars and said, "It's curtains for you," to tell them that they got the part? And now we're taking a peek behind the curtain. Literally. Whoa, Michael Wincott was in this. He's got an impressive resume. He was in Nope, the Kevin Costner Robin Hood flick, and the underappreciated Eddie Murphy action flick Metro. Booth Savage. I think I might have just found my new screen name. I'll give the film this. Watching Samantha's audition footage over the credits is an interesting choice.
I just wish that I could do to you what you did to me.
Man, this is the weirdest version of the vagina monologues to date. Directed by Jonathan Stryker. Presumably no relation to Jeff Stryker. Jeff would have probably given us the adult film parody version of this, which he would have imaginatively called Beef Curtains. So, fun fact, Stryker was a pseudonym for actual director Richard Supka, who didn't want his name on this thing. It's also the same name as John Vernon's character, so very meta. Alright, that sucked. Let's take it from the top. And now it's like a Bruce Springsteen song because she's blinded by the light.
Well, what do you think?
Ian Sarah, care to evaluate her performance since she asked?
It stinks.
Ooh, curtains to a house establishing shot. Definitely a show first. Sorry, just had to run the rolls up to the store. We were out of Grey Poupon again. Honestly, the rolls probably cost more than this whole movie. Anyway, this is a doctor's office. Yeah, we're here to see Dr. Pendleton. Samantha's got an appointment for a talent infusion. I like that the receptionist is so important that she has 2 separate phones on her desk. Not gonna lie, I totally expected to see the tall man and some giant silver balls lurking behind them here. Doc's like, yeah, I'd really like to perform the procedure, but your insurance doesn't cover it. Psych, this is Canada. It's totally covered. This is the look of a woman who's worried her little tube might have been more than she bargained for. Then things go nuts. Yeah, that escalated quickly. All he said was he thought your opening monologue was a bit stiff. Learn to take constructive feedback. I'll kill you all. I worked with Cronenberg, damn it. At any rate, this wardrobe costume fitting looks to be going great. I mean, really, this is how most of my trips to the doctor end too. Doc's like, here's my official diagnosis. That chick is crazy. Totally cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Except this was all a ruse.
Audra herself couldn't have done it better.
Some real method acting happening right now, apparently. Not gonna lie, this dude sorta looks like Daddy-O from Stetsasonic. Hi, I'm Samantha, your new crazy roomie. Yes, this lady's used to being pushed around. Since she's in a wheelchair. And now it's time for some deep thoughts. If you work on a farm and take care of chickens, does that make you a chicken tender? Yeah, this is how D&D night ends at my house every week too. With someone sobbing. And jump scare. I don't want to alarm anyone, but Samantha really may be going full method here. She looks crazy. How do blind people know when to stop wiping? What do people in China call their good dishes? If Professor X can move objects with his mind, why doesn't he make his legs move? Why is a pizza box square if the pizza is a circle and a slice is a triangle? How did the guy who made the first clock know what time it was? Man, that's a lot of deep thoughts. Striker to do Audra?
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. They meant the movie with Samantha. Isn't everything a boomerang if you throw it straight up into the air? Hey, curtains!
Have you ever wanted something so badly you would do anything for it?
Boy, have I. I once offered my soul for a donut.
Well, that can be arranged.
Thunders!
Oh, great. It's open mic night at the Funny Bone. Fun fact, this was actually filmed at Club Yuck Yucks in Toronto. Stop me if you heard this one before. A horse walks into a bar. If you're wondering what in the hell this has to do with our insane asylum movie, you're not alone. Hey, are they burning a headshot of Aaron Moran? Do you kids even remember Aaron Moran from Happy Days? Christ, I'm old. Oh god, are we filming an installment of an Ed Powers video in here? If you can get that joke, congrats. You're a perv. So, this is actress Linda Thorson. The part of Brooke originally went to Celine Lomez, who was quickly removed from the production. The story for years was that it was over Lomez's refusal to do a nude scene, but the producers insisted it had nothing to do with a nude scene at all, but was instead necessitated because they didn't think Lomez was a very good actress. Anyway, Brooke's got eyes on Samantha's leading role, which doesn't sit well with Sam.
Bastard.
Oh, come on. You can do better than that. You're an actress. Show her how to emote, Linda Day George.
Bastard! Bastard!
And Stryker's kind of a dick.
I still can't believe Stryker left me in the asylum.
Oh, and how is she out of the asylum, you may be asking?
Well, aren't you in enough trouble already? By now they're bound to know you've escaped.
Look, I don't want to rush anyone, but it would be nice if we actually got some kills in this slasher movie at some point. And maybe we finally will. This all looks vaguely stalkerish. Taylor Swift gets ready for the Super Bowl. If she's dressing for bed, why is she putting on makeup? And with that done, she settles in to read the script. God, this movie never goes anywhere. Curtains. Ugh, the script is so bad I need a refill on my drink. Bold stylistic choice to shoot half of a movie called Curtains through a window obscured by curtains. Clearly I'm not drunk enough for this to get good yet. And jump scare. Hey, are you wearing my pantyhose? You're gonna put a run in them and stretch them out. Would you mind if we just cuddled? I really need a hug. See, it's a fake out. This is just how they get freaky every Tuesday.
Well, you didn't put up much of a fight.
I didn't want to run my stocking.
See? Told you. Then she says exactly what I'm thinking about this movie so far.
This is getting a little boring.
And we're gonna get some sexposition here too. She's going to audition for Stryker's movie.
Told you this weekend is Stryker's casting session.
What kind of an audition is that? The guy invites 6 women up to his house and calls it work.
And the creepy doll is like, ooh, they're gonna do it in front of me again. She heads off the next day, but someone left their kid in the road. Except, that's a doll. Nice that it's pointing her in the right direction, though. And now our actress is getting damp.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean because it's raining. I'm not gonna lie, this new line of American Girl dolls is pretty creepy. So the doll grabs her, and now someone's stealing her car. I'd say he's about to go all Mr. Mercedes on her, but that's a BMW. And it's all just football practice, which is convenient since she already has on a football jersey. Too bad for her, reality is even worse than her dream. That's a woman who needs to become better acquainted with a good moisturizer. Curtains! Good to see Canada repealed their child labor laws. Just let the kids pump gas. Who needs school? Oh, it's a See More Butts video. Definitely a new moon here. Alright kid, gotta run. I'm late for open mic night at No Yucks to Give. House establishing shot. Tonight on Inside the Actor's Studio. I guess technically that's the actress's studio. I do like that they're drinking out of the flower vases though. Wait, is Alice Cooper in this movie too? Anyway, Stryker's here and this whole thing sounds like a VH1 reality game show.
And one of you is Audra. Which one? I don't yet know. The next 2 days will be unlike any you've ever known. Not all of you will make it.
Oh, look who made it. That hat-fur combo makes me think she must have come directly from the Players' Ball. Probably won Pimp of the Year with that thing. See, she's even got her pimp chalice. Great, now it's a slumber party. I heard Ben Tramer wants to ask Laurie Strode to the dance. Can you believe it? Oh god, I've got the worst 80s perm ever. Who did this to me? I hate it when mommy and daddy fight.
I'm not convinced you're cured yet.
Oh, Stryker, I was never insane.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I was just passing through. Can you direct me to the gym? Looks like someone gave Samantha a pearl necklace.
Hell yeah.
No, this real pearl necklace. God, get your mind out of the gutter. And in another movie, Dario Argento prepares for the harvest. Oh, looks like Christy skipped right past the couch straight to the casting bed. Swanky. This is probably the same reaction every chick who's worked for Michael Bay has. House establishing shot. Christy must not have impressed Stryker. Looks like she's on some thin ice. Fun fact, actress Leslie Donaldson actually learned this routine for the scene, but she fell and cut her chin, so they had to shoot it with a body double. Do we really need to watch her whole routine? I mean, this movie was already on thin ice before she put on her skates. Is it live or is it Memorex? Oh yeah, let's do this. I haven't seen crossovers this sick since EPMD. My real hip-hop heads will get that one. And you can actually see the cut on her chin in the close-up. Then the radio stops working, but don't worry, they're gonna give her a hand. And if that weren't bad enough, things are about to get worse for Nancy Kerrigan because Tanya Harding has entered the rink. This sets in motion what is arguably Curtin's most infamous scene. But first, let's get this Dolly Dearest cameo out of the way. Alright, now we can get to the kill. Oh, what the hell is that? Tanya Harding really let herself go. Hey Nancy, I'm sickle of you always stealing the limelight. I'm your tandem partner now, Nancy. I'm gonna harvest you right to a gold medal. But somehow she manages to get away. Except if you've ever actually seen a slasher movie, you know she's not really getting away. Killed on a tree. You could say life's a birch. I got good news and better news, ladies. The good news is the part is still there for the taking. The better news is there's less competition for it.
And then there were 4.
Well, actually it's 5. Samantha's still here. Then it's time for more method acting. Hey, I know that mask. And they're into some weird shit.
Now seduce me.
I'm not here to kink shame, but that's super weird. But this does beg the question. Why does Stryker have the mask? Are we being swerved into believing Samantha is the killer when she isn't? House establishing shot. Live look at me going out to snowmobile. Need more booze. Allow me to show you how to act. Step by step. But at least our comedian chick is trying to have a learning experience.
You're a very talented...
Joke, right? Good for a laugh, but nothing serious, is that it? Oh, yeah. Tell me something I don't know.
Well, since you asked, did you know that ketchup was sold as a medicine in the 1830s? Yeah, let's just look ahead in the script. I'm hoping something exciting is looming in the last act. Then she heads to the can. Oh my god, why didn't anyone tell me my perm was so terrible? You know what would liven this movie up? A girl-on-girl scene.
No, 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 no. You're a man seducing a woman. Now forget your sex.
So, fun fact, Stryker was supposed to be based on Klaus Kinski, but honestly, he's not crazy enough to be Klaus. He feels more like David O. Russell at best. Anyway, Brooke must be staying in room 237, because someone's lurking in the tub. Yeah, nailed it. How does she not see the killer? Doesn't matter, because she finds this instead. Head in a toilet. Does this make Christy a shithead? I'm sorry, Mr. Stryker, you're gonna have to find a new lead. Christy has lost her head. Literally. But Stryker's just gonna gaslight her anyway.
There's absolutely nothing in there.
Yeah, this whole movie is basically going down the crapper. I mean, maybe the killer flushed. Let's just get you to the casting couch. We'll get this all sorted out. Or the casting bed again. As it turns out, her fellow thespians aren't buying this either.
Maybe Brooke is smarter than we think.
What do you mean?
Brooke is acting just like Audra.
Pretty sneaky way to land the part for sure. Oh, hi there. I have no idea what we're establishing here, but it's something. A ski lift? Oh god, are we gonna have an interpretive dance segment? Please kill me now. What do you think of this performance, Ian Sarah?
It stinks.
Hey, that's the dude's rug. It really ties the room together. God, how did I wind up in curtains? I need to fire my agent. Time for my favorite new game. Is she dancing or having a stroke? Place your bets now. Full GI zoom. And she gets stabbed. But don't worry, you couldn't see anything. Here's a live look at me walking around the house every night. Do you think my beard makes me look old? No, your face makes you look old. Do you feel lucky, punks? Oh man, not only shot, but they fell out of the window too. Really not their day. You could say it's a shard knock life. Also, guess we're gonna need a new director. Meanwhile, Wendy Torrance flees the Overlook. Stop, you're gonna flood it! Hey, where'd this random body come from? I feel like we definitely got cheated on the kills this week. Oh, sweet, someone's been putting together an art installation down here. Oh, it's our killer! This sign is probably foreshadowing the ending of this film. And here comes the killer. It's sort of like when the Great Whites breach and miss the decoy seals on Shark Week. Not gonna lie, this is sort of what Michael looks like in Halloween Ends. The killer's gonna take a stab at ending this once and for all. But she got faked out. Fell for the old mannequin in my coat trick. Amateur. Honestly, this killer is really not that great at her job. But she's not actually dead. Fortunately, Hacksaw Jim Duggan left a 2x4 laying around. Ho! She flees, but all she finds is this set from Stryker's production of The Cask of Amontillado. Then she finds our dancer. And look, that's not nearly enough blood for a throat wound. But she is all tied up and just hanging around. It was great seeing you. Now I know how a TV dinner feels. And jump scare. Every time she tries to get out, they just drag her back in. Anyway, let's check in on Stryker. Yep, still dead. If you're keeping score at home, that leaves Samantha and the comedian chick. She might be celebrating prematurely. She hasn't survived yet. I don't know. I smell a swerve coming. We totally suspected Samantha, so there's no chance she's really the killer.
I killed Stryker!
Or maybe she is. No screenwriter's credit for me, I guess. Oh, wait. Double swerve. Double killers. Way before Scream. I'll take my screenwriter's credit back, thank you. Now she's working on her new stand-up routine. You could say she has a captive audience. Guess that's curtains on this movie. So, what have we learned from curtains? Hell if I know. I do know that we never learned if the curtains match the carpet, though. This one's a weird one. The killer and the mask are very cool, but it never really goes anywhere. As such, this is one of those films where I'd probably support a modern remake. Bring back the mask, the setting, and the core idea, but really go all in on the kills. I doubt we'll ever see that, but it's fun to imagine. But enough about that. Can curtains slice up enough actresses to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, this one is light. We're treated to numerous off-screen or out-of-frame kills, 1 severed head, 1 sickle stabbing, an impalement, a throat slash, and a ho-hum stabbing. It's a real shame they didn't run with the gore here, because the idea is solid, but the execution leaves a lot to be desired. As such, I can't give Curtains anything more than a paltry 1 barf bag rating. This is not a sick flick, but it is a pretty entertaining little 80s slasher. Looking for a better 80s slasher with more gore? Then be sure to check out my review of Delirium. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.